While most people are scrambling to figure out how to survive the new tariffs, a few businesses are actually winning. And I don't mean barely getting by. I mean expanding, growing margins, and grabbing market share while everyone else is frozen in panic. With US-China tariffs now at the highest levels in history, you'd expect businesses to be losing money left and right, and many are. But the smart ones, they're doing something different. In this video, I'm going to break down how these smart businesses are not just surviving, but winning big. And more importantly, how you can apply the same strategies to your own business. And make sure you stick around until the end, because I'll share the exact kind of product I'd focus on right now if I were starting over. Plus, you'll get access to a free tool to help you build a business that can thrive, even in unpredictable times. Welcome to Smart Money Vids, where we explore the habits, mindsets, and strategies that set the wealthy apart from the rest. Let's get into it. Let's get one thing clear. Winning during a crisis isn't about luck. It's about positioning. Most businesses panic during uncertainty. They freeze hiring, cancel orders, raise prices just to protect thin margins, and hope it all blows over. But smart businesses, they see chaos as an opening. While others retreat, they step forward. They understand that volatility doesn't just destroy, it reshuffles the playing field. And if you're prepared, it creates room to move into gaps your competitors are too distracted to see. This isn't about being reckless, it's about being strategic. It's about asking, where are the new opportunities? Who's being underserved? And how can I position my business to step in? Because in every market shift, there are people who wait and people who win. So who's actually winning in this tariff war? Let's break it down into 3 types of product-based businesses that are not only surviving, but thriving. First, you have domestic wholesalers who source directly from local manufacturers. These businesses are not relying on foreign shipments at all. They've established supply chains with US-based producers, which means they avoid the delays, uncertainty, and tariff costs that importers face. Retailers are drawn to them for faster turnaround, lower risk, and consistent pricing. When global supply chains are under pressure, these wholesalers become the most reliable option. Second, you have flexible importers who buy from multiple countries, not just China. These are resellers who may not own a brand, but they're strategic about where they source. They've developed supplier relationships in places like Mexico, Colombia, or India. So when tariffs hit Chinese goods, they simply shift to alternative sources. And because they sell to retail stores instead of online marketplaces, they can offer in-demand products without the high tariffs. Third, you have brand builders who sell private label products directly to retail stores. These businesses don't just resell. They've created a branded product line through private labeling. They control the look, packaging, pricing, and marketing. And they source from both local and international manufacturers, giving them the flexibility to switch suppliers when costs spike, like when tariffs hit Chinese goods. Instead of chasing algorithm rankings online, they focus on building long-term relationships with retail stores. This gives them more pricing power, less competition, and deeper customer loyalty. And here's the thing, a truly smart business doesn't have to choose just one. You could be wholesaling products from local manufacturers, importing flexible non-branded goods from multiple countries, and developing your own private label brand, all under one roof. That's not just smart, that's bulletproof. Let's step out of theory for a moment and look at what's actually happening. Because while the news headlines focus on the pain, there are companies quietly profiting during this tariff war. And it's not just the giants you might expect. Take Walmart, for example. While costs are rising for everyone, Walmart is using its supplier leverage to keep prices low. They're not just absorbing tariffs, they're attracting new customers, including people who used to shop elsewhere. MP Materials is another example. They're a rare earth company based in the US, and they're thriving because they're part of a domestic supply chain. With the government now stockpiling critical minerals, MP didn't have to pivot. They were already positioned to win. Even Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is benefiting. While many companies are cutting back, Berkshire reported strong performance, thanks in part to its diversified portfolio and large holdings in Japanese trading firms, companies less exposed to Chinese tariffs. Buffett didn't wait to react. He made those moves years ago, knowing that volatility always creates opportunity for those who plan ahead. And of course, financial giants like Goldman Sachs are winning too, not from products, but from volatility itself. They know that when markets swing, money moves, and they're ready to catch it. So what's the takeaway? None of these companies are winging it. They're doing well because they had a plan. They stayed flexible, they anticipated disruption, and they moved while others hesitated. You don't need billions of dollars to do that. Smart small business owners can apply the same mindset by diversifying suppliers, protecting margins, strengthening brand positioning, and staying in control of their pricing and delivery. In a crisis, the best advantage you can have is preparation. The biggest mistake small business owners make in times like these is assuming they're powerless. They look at companies like Walmart or Berkshire Hathaway and think, that's out of my league. But the truth is, the strategies that work at the top can work at your level too, just scaled down. You don't need a global distribution network. You just need supplier flexibility. You don't need millions in the bank. You just need to protect your margins and move quickly when opportunities open up. You can't control the global economy, but you can control how you position yourself inside of it. The smart businesses you've just heard about, they weren't reactive. They were intentional. They built systems that could handle turbulence. And that's exactly what small importers, wholesalers, and product-based entrepreneurs can do. And if you're watching this, you're already one step ahead, because you're not just absorbing the hits, you're looking for leverage. So let's break this down into clear, practical steps, because these strategies aren't just for billion-dollar companies. If you run a product-based business, here's what you can do right now to start winning, even while others are struggling. First, take a hard look at your supply chain. Are you overly dependent on one country, one supplier, one shipping route? If so, now's the time to diversify, even partially. Reach out to domestic manufacturers, look into suppliers in countries outside China, and build backup options before you need them. Second, think about your pricing structure. Can you bundle products for more value? Can you introduce a private label option that gives you more control over cost and branding? Businesses that win in these moments are the ones that stop thinking like resellers and start thinking like brand builders. Third, strengthen your relationships with retailers, especially if you're in wholesale. Talk to them. Let them know what's changing. Offer margin protection or marketing support. While everyone else is hiding from price increases, you're out front, helping them navigate the changes, and that builds loyalty. And finally, be selective about what you order. Don't just buy what's trending, buy what sells consistently. Look at your past orders, tighten your product mix, reduce risk, and focus on products that move quickly so you can free up cash and reinvest faster. These aren't complicated steps, they're smart ones. And taken together, they form the kind of foundation that can not only survive a trade war, but grow through it. The truth is, this tariff war isn't going away anytime soon, and the businesses that come out ahead won't be the ones hoping things calm down. They'll be the ones making smart moves while others hesitate. If you're serious about building a product-based business that can thrive in this kind of market, now is the time to rethink your strategy. Focus on control, flexibility, and long-term positioning. That's how the winners are doing it, and it's how you can do it too. If you want help getting started, I've created a free resource called the Wholesale Starter Kit. It'll show you exactly how to build your own brand, sell directly to retailers, and avoid many of the pitfalls new sellers fall into, especially in times like these. Just comment Wholesale Starter Kit below, and I'll send you the link. At Smart Money Vids, we're all about turning knowledge into action. Check the description for helpful tools, and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.